A golden city is hidden in the unknown corners of South America. An ordinary young man, Jack, suddenly loses his friend in a terrible bombing. But before he dies, his friend gives him a mysterious diary that points the way to the City of Gold. Marty, the director of the Rosa Institute research, and his colleague Gordon stood by his side on that expedition. But they are not alone. Former British SAS officer Sam Biroy is following the same path with his secret security unit. And after reaching the City of Gold, the real game of destruction, betrayal, and death begins. At the beginning of the story, Jack is seen on the bus, imagining his past. At that time, he lived a very simple life. He had a friend named Diogo, who was his closest friend. One day, he loses her in a bomb explosion. It hurts him a lot. He investigates whether it was planned or not. At that time, a girl stopped him and said it was an accident. Jack then said that he saw a diary with Diego, which contained the secret of the land of gold in the city of El Toro in South America. I think this diary has something to do with his death. I will reveal this mystery. The girl makes many requests to Jack, but Jack gives up everything in his life and sets out to search for that mystery. Then he gets off the bus and arrives at a small village in the mountains. This is his friend Diogo's village. He meets Diogo's mother and Diogo's mother gives him the diary. Returned to the city and opened the diary to read. It was written that in November 1532, a dazzling mirage appeared before us, 4,000 Incas dressed in golden robes. Pizarro led a new mission for our space exploration often associated with three animals worshipped by the Incas. The path to the city we call El Toro is cursed with countless unexpected traps. The amulet that was given for safety is now hidden in a sacred place. Jack took out a design from his diary and showed it to a friend in town. He explained everything to his friend. When he saw it, he said, "This design will bring you the kingdom of heaven. It will be worth a lot." Jack says, "I won't sell it and I came here to find out if you've ever heard of the Inca." His friend says, "I heard that he was the first bishop of Cusco, the one who helped convert the Incas to Christianity. He was captured by Indians in 1540 and blamed for his connections with Pizarro, and the Indians poured gold into his throat." Her friend Alexa also says, "Why are you so interested in this? El Dorado is a bedtime story. It's a myth. I beg you, don't be so interested in this. Many have dedicated their lives to finding the City of Gold." Jack says, "I am a spy hunter. I will figure it out. In fact, all the secrets to finding the Golden Land are in this diary. Many people in the city are searching for this diary. Diogo's death was also because of this diary." Alexa says, "There's no need to risk your life. Give me this diary and I'll sell it." Then Jack stands in front of the church where the amulet mentioned in the diary is. This church is guarded by the police 24 hours a day. He entered the church and said he had come here to pray. According to the diary, he went to a secret room in the church and found a tunnel. Jack entered the tunnel and found a cave with many statues. According to the information found in the diary, he finds a box and laughs when he sees it. Inside the box, he finds an amulet with the design of the diary. When he was about to come out, the priest saw him and said, "Why did you go inside?" Jack ran away without saying anything. The priest then started screaming and the police guarding the church chased after Jack. He escaped with great difficulty. News spread throughout the city that a young man had stolen something by entering a secret room in the church, but it is still unknown what he had stolen. Upon hearing this news, people from the Record Rosa Institute research came to the church. A girl from the research entered the tunnel. Her name was Marty. The girl looked around and noticed something like a box being lifted from the ground. After this, the girl asked the priest of the church about the box. The priest said that he did not know anything about it and had never been to that secret place. And for this secret place, the police guard the church 24 hours a day. Jack called Alexa at night to tell her that he had found something like the diary picture. His friend said, "Are you really going to find El Dorado?" Many people have failed to find it. Alexa also says she has a buyer and this thing would be very valuable, but Jack refuses to agree to her words, asking her to sell it. He notices how the thing is shining, the light coming from inside it. The next morning he set off for a cave. Meanwhile, Alexa is approached by a man named Sem Biroy, who has retired from the British SAS and formed his own private security team with experienced soldiers. He came here after hearing about Jack from Alexa. Guillaume told Alexa that he would pay a huge amount of money to give him the diary and the amulet. Alexa tells him that Jack won't sell it. Then Guillaume says call Jack and bring him here or tell him where he is. Alexa refused to say anything about Jack, so Guillaume killed her. Then we see Jack. He has come into the forest and found the cave that was written about in the diary. He enters the cave and sees a statue of a snake. Jack places the object he found in the church on the head of the statue of the snake, and the snake immediately starts moving. And a bright light started coming out of that thing, and the light was shining all around. Jack was recording these scenes on camera when Guillaume came there. He searched everything on Alexa and found out that Jack had come to this cave in the jungle. As Jack was taking one picture after another, he heard the sound of a bullet and saw Guillaume. Guillaume asks him for the diary. Jack refuses to give it to him. Then Guillaume says that if you don't give him the diary, you will be like your friend Alexa. Jack wants to know what he did to Alexa. Guillaume doesn't answer his questions and goes to shoot him. Jack is able to escape with the help of a parachute. Guillaume tells his troops to blow up the place. Jack stands at a distance and watches as they destroy the cave. Then, as Jack was driving home, the military arrested him and took him to the commandant. Commandant Henua asks Jack what you do. Jack says I am visiting the sites and enjoying your beautiful country. The commandant says you killed Alexa and are plotting to steal invaluable instructions from our country. Jack tells him he did none of this. The commandant said my troops saw you blow up the cave and escape by parachute, and there is evidence that you killed Alexa. Now you will spend the rest of your life in prison. Jack was then imprisoned. Call Commandant Guillaume and tell him that Jack has been captured. A few days later, the director of the Ricardo Institute research and the girl come to meet Jack. The girl tells him that you were never a criminal, you were just an opportunist. Jack doesn't say anything after hearing her words. The girl says again, we can get you out of here, but you have to work with us. And what were you looking for in the forest? Jack doesn't want to say anything about this either. Then Marty says you're in the hands of the military now. It's going to be very difficult for you to get out of here. We can get you out of here. Tell us what happened to you. Then Jack tells them everything. Marty gathers all the information and shows the commandant that Jack is innocent. Jack was not there when Alexa died that day and someone else set the bomb in the cave. Then Marty takes Jack to their institute. He shows them some pictures of the cave and says, I took these before the attack. He also said, I learned from the diary that the Incas worshipped 3 animals. The Incas believed that the snake is the guardian of the underworld, the puma represents the people of the earth, and the condor represents the afterlife. When I saw a snake statue in a cave, Ricardo Rose, the director of the Institute research, asked, what does El Dorado have to do with this? Jack says that according to the Quechua prophecy, when the puma's brides are united, the world will awaken and the empire will be complete again. Then the world will awaken and the empire will be complete again and those 7 golden cities will rise like El Dorado. The research director asked where this could be. Jack then said that the first way to get here was through the cave which is now destroyed, but I found out from the diary that there is another way. The Sun Temple is the only place the Incas believed to be directly connected to the universe. Jack's words seem strange to them, but they think we're giving him a chance. They say we'll immediately organize an expedition, and they leave. The next day we see Colonel Grimm and the commandant at a sports event. The commandant tells him that Jack is now at the institute. Graham asks where he goes to keep an eye on him. Then the commandant asks, why are you keeping such an eye on a simple boy like Jack? Graham replies that he has a piece of art and I want it back. You keep an eye on it and I'll give you whatever money you want in return. Meanwhile, Jack heads to the Sun Temple with Marty and one of Marty's colleagues, Gordon. Jack tells Marty to think again, it could be complicated. Marty says, I believe you. Jack really likes it. It's the first time someone is supporting him. They set off with 3 planes, but after going a short distance, they realize that a helicopter is following them and attacking their plane. The helicopter fires one after another at the plane. Jack tries hard to control the plane, but the plane crashes into a tree. Then they descend with the help of a rope and fall on top of Jack Marty, where the 2 of them have a romantic moment. The plane crashed after the 3 of them got to safety. They kept saying, we're alive. Gordon happily hugged Jack and said, Marty, calm down. We're not out of danger yet. Jack says they want to kill me before we go there. If I die, they won't be able to go to the Sun Temple. So what do they really want? On the other hand, Graham's forces return from there by parachute and they lose the helicopter and cannot find Jack. Graham gets very angry when he hears this and they go back to the forest. Then we see the 3 of them looking for a way out of this jungle while Graham and his forces continue to search for them in the jungle. Jack, Marty and Gordon walked for some time. They got tired and by then the daylight was gone. They spent the night here. Gordon falls asleep. Marty and Jack talk all night. In the morning, Graham and his forces approach the crashed plane and realize that Jack is not dead and that they are still nearby. Meanwhile, Jack and his friends are captured by the wildlings and taken to their king. Their king ordered them to take the beautiful Marty away. The jungle men were about to take her away when Jack approached Marty and kissed him. Seeing this, the wild people started clapping their hands. Then we see Jack fighting with the wildlings, and they actually make a deal. If Jack loses, Marty will be taken by the jungle people. And if Jack wins, Jack will have a friendly relationship with the jungle people. As the fight continued, at one point Jack defeated the jungle man and the jungle king became happy with Jack. At that moment, Graham and his troops arrived and fired bullets one after another, killing many of the savages and damaging their homes. With the help of a wild man, Jack and his friends are able to escape. They started to go by boat when Grieve started shooting at them. After going a short distance, their boat sank. Somehow they managed to swim to shore, but Marty drowned in the water. Jack then rescued him, breathed into his mouth, and drained water from his stomach. After a while, Marty regained consciousness. Jack says, I thought I lost you. Then the 3 of them moved to another village, from where they rode 3 horses and ran towards the Sun Temple. On the other hand, the commandant came to the jungle and said to Graham, Colonel, have you enjoyed our jungle? Now it's time for you to leave. Then Graham says, I found Jack, I know where they are going. The commandant says they are going to the Sun Temple, right, where there is a city of gold. You told me you were after Jack for a piece of art, now I know you were lying to me. Then Grieve said, I don't know if there's gold there. The commandant says if you give me half of it I will help you and if you don't agree to my terms then I will join hands with Jack. Graham accepts her terms and the 2 of them set off for the Sun Temple. Then we see the 3 friends finally arrive at the Sun Temple and enter inside. As Gordon scans the area, they sense an invisible force. Jack arrives at a place where the Incas worshipped 3 animals. They see the 3 animals on the wall, and when Jack and Marty put their hands there, a door appears in front of them. They entered that door. Meanwhile, the commandant and Graham arrive at the Sun Temple. The commandant says that it is a historical site so there is no chance of destroying it. He said this because Graham destroyed that cave so he is warning him in advance. Then Graham entered the Sun Temple. On the other hand, Jack has come very close to the City of Gold. They enter a dark room and Jack lights the firebox and places it on something. Then the fire starts burning around it. He is very happy to see this. He moves forward a little and sees something like a circle. Jack touches it and says, "We are reaching the place we have been running after for so long." Jack also says that the Incas had no formal alphabet, they used symbols. I saw the design of it in my diary. We are now entering the city of gold. As he continued to say this, a circle of light shone from the door and some pattern floated above. At that moment, Graham and his army arrive here. Jack sees him and says, "If you blow up this place like that cave, you will never find gold again." Hearing this, Grim said to Jack, "Do you think we were looking for you for gold? You are a highly skilled treasure hunter. You want glory, and I want destruction and no one to get the gold." Then Graham detonated a bomb and blew up this place as well, and then the jungle humans rescued the three of them from there. The commandant saw this scene and said, "The traitor Graham has once again destroyed the wealth of our country." Jack is then seen holding Marty's hand, saying, "We're alive, I found you," and kissing him. Then Gordon came and said it was so nice to see your love and hugged them both. Then they say goodbye to the jungle people and Jack tells Marty and Gordon, "Let's uncover another new mystery in the diary." At the end of the story, we learn that there is a mastermind in this city who is doing all this. He is destroying the country's resources through Graham. Now their next target is to destroy another asset of the country. The story ends here.